Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Originally, he didn't have a clue. He didn't have the door width. He didn't really know about the handy, but he was like, it's, what did he say, left hand out swing?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so let's just talk about what outswing refers to. So we just did a job for, ultimately it was for the U.S. Army. It went through a local contractor. There is a manufacturer who makes material that is specified. It is, you will use this product, no substitute. So the Army has said, we only want this particular sort of egress control lock. And it has multi-point locking on the inside, and it has trim on the outside. The client places the order with us. We didn't require from them the handing at the time of order for whatever reason. The manufacturer comes back and says, what is the hand? Our department gets the hand from the client. The client tells us it's left hand outswing. Mm-hmm. So our department takes left hand outswing and sends it to the vendor. The vendor then proceeds and sends left hand reverse. All right, so those are two very different animals. In our world of commercial products, we deal with the SDI definition, the Steel Door Institute definition of how a door swings. There's 4 ways a door swings. They're either defined as the door swings in or the door swings out. When you're standing on the secured side of the opening, if there's a key, you're standing on that side. If there isn't a key because there's no need for it, if there were to be a key, where would that key probably go? And an example of that, if you have a linen closet in a home, that door is going to swing out because that door is about 18-inch wide and that room is about 24-inch deep because it's nothing but shelves. That door is going to swing out. Well, if there were a key, it would be on the pull side or on the exterior side, the hall side of that door. So that's an example. So what the client tells us is left hand outswing. A lot of the industry, especially the residential folks, they use that terminology because they do not use reverse. So they use left hand and right hand. In most worlds, that door always swings in. The residential world uses their standard terminology, left hand or right hand, but if it's an outswing, they'll qualify left hand outswing. So if they tell you that it's a left hand, the door swings in. You don't have to talk to them about it. But the way they tell you that it swings out is by adding, it's a left hand outswing. Now, you and I in the commercial world, we think of it as door swing in. That's either left hand or right hand. If the door swings out, it is either left hand reverse or right hand reverse. We use the word reverse. They use the word outswing. But a left hand reverse and a left hand outswing are very different doors. In fact, they're opposite. So just think of it this way. The residential world always uses left hand or right hand. You can assume that that swings in because you know why? It does. If they want to tell you that the door happens to swing out, which is unusual for residential, except if you're in Florida because of hurricane code, doors swing out. If they tell you it's left hand outswing, what are you going to call it in your world of commercial products? Think in your mind's eye a left hand. Now think in your mind's eye that they're telling you it swings out. It's left hand outswing. Knowing what you know about the handing in the commercial world, what is the handing of a left hand outswing?
It would be right hand?
Keep going.
Reverse. Okay.
Exactly. Now, why do you know it? It has to be a reverse because they're telling you it's outswing. Our definition is in-swing doors are always left hand or right hand. That's all they are. If the door is an outswing, it's always a reverse. So in a left hand out, they're telling you it's a left hand, but it swings out. Well, in your world, you don't have a left hand outswing. And you can't call it left or right hand, so it has to be a reverse. Now in your mind's eye, think about where are the hinges on the left-hand outswing? Oh, okay. The hinges are on the left when I push the door away from me, and the door happens to swing out. But we don't hand them that way because we're always standing on the secured side. So now, go to the other side of the opening. What side are the hinges on?
Okay. Go to the outside of the opening.
Answer the question.
Right on
When you're
the left.
Well, if you have a left-hand outswing, if you've got a left-hand door and you're on the push side, what side are the hinges on?
Okay, you got to grab it with your left hand. It's swinging towards you.
Don't worry. Forget your hand. Because I'm left-handed. That doesn't work for me.
Okay.
If you're looking at a left-hand door, and you know that it swings away from you because I'm calling it left hand, what side are the hinges on?
Oh, it's going to be on the right. Right? Stop.
The hinges on a left hand, what side are the hinges on?
Okay.
What side are the hinges
I always think...
Don't tell me what side the lock is on.
From the outside.
Nope. It's a left hand. That means you're standing on the secured side. That means the push side. You're on the outside because it's an in-swing door. So what side are the hinges on?
Oh, okay. You're on the inside, so it's on your left.
You're not on the inside. You're on the outside because it's left hand. You're always standing where the key would be. If there's a key, you're standing there.
Mm-hmm.
So if I tell you a left hand, does that door swing in or out?
If you tell me a left hand, it swings out or towards you. Okay.
Nope. Left hand or right hand doors always swing in. It's inherent in the definition of left hand or right hand that it is an in-swing. Okay. I also said you always stand on the secured side of the opening. If there's a key, you're standing on it. So, in a left hand, let's say it's your house. If it's a left hand, it swings in. I'm telling you, stand on the secured side of the opening. That's going to be the outside, isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
What side of that door is the key on? Is it on the inside or the outside? Where's the key on the door of your house? On the inside of the house or the outside?
It's on the outside.
Of course it is. So when you're standing on the outside, the doors, if it swings in, it's either going to be a left hand or a right hand. So now that we've established the key is on the outside or the push side, right? Because the natural state of a door, what's the normal state of a door? Open or closed?
Closed.
It's a door. Door meant to be closed. I mean, you could leave it open, but if it was always open, you wouldn't need a door. So the natural state of a door is closed. So if I tell you I've got a left-hand door, you're thinking in your head, okay, well, I know that it's swinging in. Now, in your mind's eye, stand on the outside of that door. Stand on the secured side where the key is. That would be the push side. From that perspective, are the hinges on the left or are they on the right?
They're on the right.
Wrong.
Okay. I'm trying to envision
the door swings to the left. It's a left hand. The side of the door that's actually moving is the right side, but is it going from left to right or right to left? It's going from right to left. So it really helps to actually look at a door in your house. Like right now, turn around and look at a door. Describe it to me. So are you in a bedroom?
Yes.
A kitchen? Where? Okay, you're in a bedroom. Okay, so you're working at a desk in a room that's probably a bedroom, or it's a bedroom in the fact that it's just an office, whatever it is. So that door swings into the bedroom. When you're on the hall side, what side are the hinges on?
They're on the right.
They're on the right. Okay. So if I tell you that you have a right-hand door, you know it swings in, and that always the hinges or the hanging device would be on the right side. Because if there was a key, let's say that you had a key because you needed a key on your door. Let's say that it's an Airbnb and they're renting out literally a room. So you'd put a key on there. Well, that key would be on the hall side. So in your installation, You're on the secured side. It's a privacy. You know, if there was a key, it'd be on the hall side. Hinges are on the right and it swings in. That's going to be a right hand. Now, in your mind's eye, you can simply think of another door in your house that's hinged the opposite way. So when you're on the secured side, the hinges are on the left and it swings away from you. And it happens to swing into the other bedroom. That's going to be a left hand. It's a left hand. It has nothing to do with the hand that you use to open the door.
Okay.
However, it does swing from right to left. So whatever direction you're swinging to, you're either swinging from right to left or left to right. Whatever direction you're swinging to, that would be the hand of the door. So in your room that you're in right now, you're swinging from the left to the right. It therefore is a right-hand door.
Right.
Now, so, and by the way, it only took me 2 years before this made sense of actually selling doors 5.5 days a week. So if you think it's hard, it's because it is. It's not easy. But beating your head against the wall is how it will come clear.
Right.
So now that you've got your bedroom door locked in, memorize your bedroom door is a right hand. Memorize it.
Mm-hmm.
As a result of memorizing that, you can also think in your mind's eye what the left hand is. Right. When I was a child, did you know how I figured out how to do case B and E?
You're breaking out. You said, how do you figure out? I can't hear you.
I knew there was a last name. So I knew how to write my name. The point of that is use some sort of crutch, some sort of way that
You're still there, aren't you? Hello? My phone's been doing this all day. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Rich. I lost you.
very same door to your bedroom that you can look at right now. Pretend that where you're sitting is the exterior. What side are the hinges on?
Okay. You just now started talking again, or where I could hear you. Okay.
Oh,
so
my computer. So in the room that you're in right now,
right.
You know what a right hand is. You've got that memorized. Memorize it.
Okay.
As a result of that, you can now always know what a left hand is. Did I tell you my trick about knowing the letter B and the letter D?
I had trouble with that when I was a kid too.
Okay.
One looked like a
so
B.
I said it, but my computer went into sleep mode, so I had to wake it up. So I knew that the only way I knew the difference is my last name has a D in it. It doesn't have a B. So I always got that correct. I knew how to spell my last name. I knew how to write my last name, but it was weird about seeing it. So my point about that is don't try to know it. Just always remember your bedroom door. Always memorize the fact that that is a right hand. And any door that swings in that is not your bedroom door is a left hand. You now know 50% of all of it.
Right.
Okay. Now, you have a right hand. What if I said to you it's a right hand outswing? In the definition of commercial handings, where if it's an outswing, like right now where you're sitting at your desk, you are now on the outside or the exterior. You know it because it's outswing. They're telling you it's right hand, but it's outswing. You now know that the handing of your door must include the word reverse because it's an outswing.
Mm-hmm.
We are always starting the handing of our door with where the hinges are in relationship to where we're standing. I've already said, always stand on the secured side. When you're in an outswing application, the secured side would always be the outside, unless if it was a mental institution where there's literally a key on the outside to exit. That could be, but in most circumstances, The key is going to be on the side of the door that you're right now staring at.
Mm-hmm.
And that bedroom door that we already know is a right hand, that we're now going to call right hand outswing, with the pull side as your point of reference because you're standing on the outside. What side are the hinges on?
They're on the right.
How is that possible that they're on the right? When you're standing on the hall side, right? What side are your hinges on?
Okay. So if
No,
the door that they're going to be mounted on the inside, the barrels are. They're on the right side.
When your bedroom door is closed before you open the door, are the hinges on the left or the right?
They're on the left from the inside, but they're on the right from the outside.
I'm calling it a right hand. So what's
Okay.
this hand of the door that you must always stand on? The push side. The hall side is the push side.
Right.
So when you're on the hall side, is it true that the hinges are on the right side?
On my door, they're on the right side.
Okay, awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, when you're standing on the inside of the room, what side are the hinges on?
Looking at it, they're on the left.
Beautiful. You now know it all. You've got it. So, now think of a right hand. Your bedroom door is a right hand. But if I tell you it's a right hand outswing, right away you're like, oh, no. That's not a right hand something. Because it can't. It's an outswing. You then got to shift where you're standing, meaning shift to the inside of the room, the bedroom. The hinges are on the left.
Mm-hmm.
So that right hand outswing is converted to a left hand reverse opening.
Okay.
And when the client told us on that job it was a left hand outswing, they sent left hand reverse. If you studied that in your mind and turned it over, you'd realize, oh, that's the exact opposite of what it is.
Right.
So what they did was they shipped left hand reverse. But what the client has is a right hand reverse.
Right.
And my argument to the manufacturer was, listen, you guys are the big boys. You work in a commercial industry that's billions of dollars a year. You must possess the skill set to get the client not what they're saying they need, but what they actually need. So if someone tells me it's a right hand outswing or a left hand outswing, it ain't a left hand or a right hand anything.
Mm-hmm.
That left hand outswing, when I stand in my mind's eye on the other side of a left hand door that now swings out, when I stare at that from the secured side, the hinges are on the right. And because it's an outswing, one of the rules are it is left hand reverse or right hand reverse. It always has to be those. It's one or the other. Or think of it as the car door. Every car's got a left-hand reverse. Every car's got a right-hand reverse. Ain't that the truth? Don't car doors always swing out?
Yes.
So now you can think of your bedroom door. You've memorized it's a right hand. You know if it ain't your bedroom door and it swings in, it has to be a left hand. Now you can say to yourself, whoa, customer. Don't tell me left-hand outswing. That confuses me. Is it the driver's side or is it the passenger side? You could use that. My dad actually invented that, and it works. So for this client with the left-hand outswing, what is he, the driver or the passenger? He's the passenger.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Hinges are on the left. It swings out. He's telling me it's a left-hand out, which means if I'm going to actually approach that car, the hinges are on the right. It's a right-hand reverse. So the important thing was to say all of that. We have made forward progress in the sense of memorize your bedroom door. If it ain't that and it swings in, it's a left hand. When it's an outswing, it's easier to always think of you always stand on the secured side of the opening. If there was a key, you're looking at it. You're staring at the key cylinder. If it swings in, it's left hand or right hand. If it swings out, it's left hand reverse or right hand reverse. And at that point, all you do is you say, what side are the hinges on when I stare at it from the secured side of the opening? An in-swing door is going to either be left hand or right hand. An outswing door is going to either be left-hand reverse or right-hand reverse. But in 100% of the instances, when I'm standing on the secured side of the door, the hinges are either on my left or the hinges are either on my right. And if I were to reach out and put my hand on the jamb where the hinges are, I'm not going to use my right hand to cross my body to put it on the left jamb. So, you know what I mean? So for right now, I want to know that you've memorized the bedroom door idea, and if it's not that, it's a left hand. And that's enough forward progress. If it swings out, ask until you're ready to say, oh, I know exactly what that is. But in our industry, we must be smart enough, be professional enough to interpret into our language what the client is saying. And if that isn't comfortable enough for all parties, then what you do is get a handing chart. There's only 100 of them on our site, you know, and send that to them and say, highlight the one. Highlight it. Just circle the one that it is.
Yeah.
Because you've been in the industry for years, and for someone who's been in the industry for years, it's still hard to understand. Yeah. Again, I sold doors 5.5 days a week, and it took me 2 years.
Gotcha. Well, I guess at Tumco, they, excuse me, always talked about putting your behind up against the hinge side of the door, which
say it the right way.
It's only going to do right or left, but yeah.
No. Say it the right way. It's not your behind. That method is called butt to butt. The hinge is a butt. Everybody's got a butt. Put your butt to the butts. So it's either your left hand or your right hand. That works.
Right.
But it doesn't tell me if it's in swing or outswing. So if a guy says, I need a door closer, and he orders a door closer, and he tells me it's left-hand reverse, what are you going to need for that door closer? You're going to need a parallel arm bracket.
Right.
He's told you it's left-hand reverse. He's told you it's left-hand reverse. You know that you're not going to mount the door closer on the outside of the building, so you have to have a parallel arm bracket. Now, if he told you it's a left hand, what would you never send that customer? A parallel arm bracket. Okay? Because you're going to want to put that closer on the inside of the building.
Right.
So the reason it's nice to know the actual hand of the door is because it tips you off in terms of other things. So you mentioned PDB earlier. A door bottom, you don't need to know because that handing is not, those units are non-handed. But if you have other pieces of hardware on the job that are handed, it's really nice to know the handing.
Right.
Oh, why do I have to tell you the handing of a mortised automatic door bottom? And my answer is you don't. Unless it's the kind that has an asymmetrical insert in the bottom, or if it's lead-lined, or if it's something like that, I need to know what's the outside. You telling me the handing tells me that. But in most instances, you never need to know that. But I tell customers, you know what, as a hardware and door salesman, I do like to know all the information, and that includes the handing.
Gotcha.
Whether or not I need it, I don't know. I may or may not.
Yeah.
So in a month from now, say to me, let's talk about that again. But for today, memorize your bedroom door's right hand. Remember the lowercase b and d when we were in kindergarten. I literally needed to know that. I would never, it was pure guesswork. So if you were the same way, memorize your bedroom door. If it ain't that, it's a left hand. And outside of it, and right there, you got 50% of it. If it ain't that, then let's talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
What
else you got?
Thank
Anything?
You. Nothing off the top of my head.
Awesome.
All right.
You should be in touch with Barb once a day on the phone until you both have a good symmetry going so that you guys can get in balance. Please, 10 times over. You need to be hitting serious sales tiers. Barb is so smart. She will help.
Yes. Okay.
Awesome. I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up. Please subscribe and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.